man. So August Alsina spilled the beans in that interview with Angela Yee, where he basically told the whole world about Will and Jada's open relationship and their sex life. And now everyone's looking at them like, oh, look at these goddamn Hollywood freaks. I thought people knew this. It was obvious a few years ago when these videos were out where he was walking around in the house in a robe. I'm like, come on, but what man walks around in another man's house in a robe? You know, why is he randomly just chilling in Will and Jada's house? And I remember I did a video a few months ago, and I said, when Jada says she knows Will more now, she spent more time with Will in quarantine than she probably has in 20 years. So I guarantee you ain't too many niggas running up in that house now, but Will probably was out doing movies and all kind of shit. And to the average person, to average folks like us, it's like, hold up, what man's gonna let another man uh, share his wife, but that's the kind of open relationship shit that they've been on. Like I tell people, that was an arranged marriage. It just made sense. They both were hot at the same time. She was sexy, he was handsome. Let's put it together. Quarterback of the football team, cheerleader girl, and it just worked. And for years, they've been able to deceive black people into thinking that this was a real power couple that loved each other to the bone. And not saying that they don't love each other, but it was arranged. It wasn't love at first sight. And this might be the only smudge on Will's personality because Will's like always had the squeaky clean image. He doesn't curse in his raps. He's never had a felony. He stays out of trouble. He gives back to charity. He does good films. Yada yada yada. Now Will had to make a statement and say, "Hey, that's not true. We know it's true." Will's just embarrassed, and now people are checking him and looking at him like, "Yo, what kind of man does this?" But this is very more normal than people think. T.I. and Tiny had an open relationship, and the thing that made Tiny look like a hypocrite is it was okay when he was bringing girls in the bedroom, but once he started stepping out, you had a problem with it and called it cheating. You kind of opened up the floodgates with that one. So yeah, I think August Alsina was out of line for putting that out there. Like I said, it was obvious, but it's just another distraction from the main cause that black people are going through right now. And you could have kept that to yourself, bro. We already kind of, I thought people knew that. I've heard those rumors for years that Will and Jada were big time swingers, and they was kicking it with Tisha Campbell and Dwayne Martin, and I thought people knew this. But apparently, a lot of people didn't know, and now they know, and people can't stop talking about it. It's been the hottest news since 24 hours ago, and Will had to make this statement. I know that was embarrassing for Will Smith, someone of his caliber of popularity, to have to make a statement about this. That says a lot as far as the reach that this got. So, August Alsina, it was pillow talk with him and Angela Yee. He could have kept that shit to himself. He got over his head and really fell in love with Jada, and like a lot of older women play these younger boys, it was just all about sex for her. She wanted to get banged out. She didn't love this little nigga. He fell in love. I'm like, that's another man's wife. You gotta cut your feelings off and understand this is business, bro. He gave you his blessing, whatever. He might have just not been home. But yeah, Will, we know what's up, bro. You you don't have to make a statement, but Will felt like the need to say something because everyone's been on his head. Like, yo, how can you do this? How can you? That's how they get down. It's not normal. It's not the average norm for the average black couple, especially black people. We definitely have always looked at that as weird shit, swinging and all of that. But it's a lot of motherfuckers who do that shit. Successful people. And like I say, Will and Jada have an open relationship, and they're not even romantically connected anymore. They're just what you call it, lifetime partners. They'll raise their kids, and they, whatever. You don't want to end up like Dr. Dre, like he's about to get divorced, and his wife's talking about she wants 60%. So yeah, that's what that is, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section.